the global coverage you need anywhere at real time. We are offering a deal to accommodate the local events. Just send us an email for more information at livestream@bentelevision.com or call us on 020 8808 8800. Ben TV, Sky 182, Bridging the Gap.
Welcome back to the Ben Breakfast Show, and if you're just tuning in, I am, of course, Kalisha Johnson, and this is another exciting episode of the Ben Breakfast Show. We have been talking about naughty gentlemen who make ladies pay absolutely unacceptable. But of course, I want to find out your opinions when the phone lines open. But moving on from that, I promised you an exciting guest, and I don't ever disappoint. I have with me in studio the amazingly beautiful and intelligent and, should I say, multi-talented, because she's looking at me and giggling, multi-talented, the chameleon as she is known. I have Nollywood actress Meg Otanwa in the Ben Breakfast Studio. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming. Thanks for making time out of your schedule to come and say hi to me, and of course, hi to our viewers out there that are looking at you. Now, Meg, I know that you have gained the reputation of, well, not the reputation, but the nickname, the chameleon, because you're able to adapt to and really take on the roles that you've been given. But before we go into all of the roles that you have been given, who is Meg? Meg Otanwa, apart from being a Nollywood actress, who is Meg?
It's just so difficult for me to talk about myself. I don't know why. I don't know. Anyways, Meg is a girl next door, really. That's the best way I can describe myself. I'm just a happy-go-lucky person. I love people. I love life. I love my space at the same time. I love to be quiet sometimes. I'm passionate. I'm driven. I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm very passionate about people around me. I'm very passionate about life.
I love that. I absolutely love that. I think it is important to be passionate about life because some people actually don't realize the value of life and the significance of it. And I know that you are not one of those people because you have definitely lived your life to the fullest so far.
I'm still living it.
And still living it. Exactly. And you will continue to live it.
Amen.
Now, you have been in so many different movies, because I watch Nollywood, even though I'm not Nigerian or African. I love Nollywood, and because my parents are from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
I was born in Brooklyn, but the broken English in Nollywood is sort of similar to what we speak in Trinidad.
Oh, really?
So I really flow with it, and plus I have loads of Nigerian friends.
I can imagine.
So I've been adopted. I'm adopted Nigerian.
You're half Nigerian now.
Half Nigerian already. All I'm waiting for is the full Nigerian name.
I'm going to give you one. I'll give you one.
Give me one before the end of the show, okay? That's a promise, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I'll give you one.
Thank you. Now, before, you entered into, should I say, notoriety as a Nollywood actress, how did you actually get into acting?
It's just, I don't know if to call it a funny story. Because at the time, a lot of people thought I was getting crazy. I used to work at the African Development Bank in Tunisia.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, I was there for a while, and then I wouldn't say I just woke up one day and packed up my bags and went home. It was a plan. For me, it was a process.
Okay.
There was a point in my life where I felt at this point, I want to know this, I want to do this, I want to gain this experience, I want to travel the world, I want to learn stuff, And then, I did all of that. And then there came a point where I felt, okay, this, I feel, is the perfect time for me to do this. I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready to embrace Nollywood. I feel like I'm ready to, you never gain enough knowledge, but at the time I felt like, okay, I think I've done pretty well. I'll still continue to learn. But at this point, I think I'm ready to embark on the journey of, being an actress. To be honest, at the time, I didn't quite know for a fact that I was going to do it for a living.
Okay.
I just felt I'm so passionate about storytelling. I'm passionate about Nollywood because I haven't traveled like different places and lived in different places. I had friends, colleagues, schoolmates at some point who loved Nollywood movies. And some of these people were even from Francophone countries. They couldn't even speak a word of English. But they watch our movies and just laugh. And I'm like, these guys really enjoy, you know. So it was an industry I wanted to be a part of. And I'd done a bit of stage from school.
Okay,
you know, I didn't study theater, but in school I, you know, just happened to have done a stage play, and that was where I absolutely fell in love, and I knew I was going to do it again. You know, so at that point in my life, I felt at this point, I want to be telling stories. I want to be acting. I want to impact the society, the world around me by telling stories and by, you know, just acting. Because I feel like there's so much power in what we do.
Of course,
sometimes we actually don't realize how powerful, you know, we are. We are impacting knowledge, culture, passing across things to people. It's very powerful.
Most definitely.
So I came to the point in my life where I felt like I was ready to do this, and I went for it.
Amazing, amazing. Now, please explain to me how difficult the transition, or easy rather, the transition from doing should I say, a 9 to 5 to the unpredictable world of entertainment, because you know, I'm living the example. You know, I left literally just being at a stable job to being freelance, and it wasn't easy.
Trust me.
So what was your experience?
Trust me, it wasn't easy at all. And given the fact that I even had to leave, like, it was a different environment, an environment I'd been away from, you know, for a while. So it wasn't just switching jobs or industries. It was switching that plus environment. So it was like really, really, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was used to a structured life where I could plan.
Yes.
I could make plans to travel. I knew, you know, at this point or in so month, I was going to be away for so time. You know, I knew that I would go to work in the morning and come back home in the evening. And I just threw myself into this environment where I basically didn't even know, you know, what I was going to be doing the next day. Yeah. You can't even make plans, or you make plans with friends and last minute you have to cancel because of, you have to attend this audition, you have to do this, or you go for an audition, you get a call back, and then you plan to travel, maybe go see family or friends. The next thing you get a job like, I can't come. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad I went through that phase. I'm glad I went through the process because it contributed to, you know, where I am today.
Of course.
Yeah, I believe that I'm here today because I went through all of that.
Most definitely. And, you know, you are here today sitting in front of us as a nominee for a very, very, very prestigious award. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, gosh.
And how that came about, actually.
It gets me pretty emotional talking about it because growing up, you know, I grew up watching this actresses, Bimbo Akitala, amazing, talented actress, Rita Dominic, and I mean, these are people that I used to just watch and learn, I just admire, to coming to a point in my life where I'm nominated in the same category as these ladies, and I'm like, wow, I'm like, I don't wanna cry.
We gotta pinch you to let you know that it's real. You know?
So I'm so grateful for where I am and for where God is taking me, because I believe He's taking me, you know, somewhere higher. And I'm overwhelmed, really, because I'm like, I'm just trying. I'm just doing my little bit. How did I get here? You know, so it just shows to me that God is watching.
Definitely.
God is watching, and He rewards hard work and dedication, you know, and I know I'm going to, you know, places, and I'm just really so overwhelmed because I'm like, how am I in the same category as these amazing ladies, you know, and I'm just grateful to God, and I hope my story, you know, impacts young girls out there to just be focused in life, just have a focus, have a goal, and go for it, and believe that you can do it. Believe that you can do it. Don't let anybody tell you no. In fact, when they tell you no, get up and do it. that is when you should get up. That should motivate you, because it kept motivating me. Each time I got a no, I got stronger.
Yeah.
Each time I got a, oh, sorry, you're not good enough, I'm like, okay, I'm going to be good enough next time you see me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to even be better than what you want next time you see me. So it kept me going, and I'm grateful to be here.
You know, you know what I actually really like about you? I love the fact that you are so positive. You know, positivity is something that is not common these days, because in a world full of negativity, negative influences, negative role models everywhere, it's really rare and quite refreshing, you know, when you see a young lady who, despite your experience, you have that humility, and that's what I genuinely love. I love people that are humble, and people that know me know I don't like people that are arrogant. I tend to run away from those type of people. I mean, even when I'm interviewing them, I kind of keep a little, you know. No, exactly. But I love the fact that you, despite your accomplishments, you remain so humble. What keeps you grounded?
Life, family. You know, I come from a very humble and loving family, and I'm like, I can't even be otherwise than what I am. I mean, when I take a look at where I'm coming from and where I am, and when I look around me, I mean, what is there in this life to be arrogant about? You know, just take a look around you. Take a look at the world around you. That is, if you're involved in the world around you, you would see that there's really nothing to be arrogant about. You know, that life in itself, if you are actively involved and aware of the world around you, you have every reason to remain grounded.
Most definitely. I absolutely love that. Now, speaking of loving something, you know, I love the fact that you can switch from being one type of character to another. You know, I've seen you in many different roles. You're currently on apparently playing Coco on Ebony Live television series. And, you know, how did that even come about? You know, I'm just trying to get, for the viewers, I'm trying to ask the questions that they would probably want to ask. You know, how did you get on Ebony Live TV? How did you get
it's
on
actually
TV?
Before that is actually what's on Ebony Live right now. I think Hush is on Africa Magic Channel. So it was the, I don't even know how it happened, to be honest, because at the time I missed the initial auditions because I was working, you know, at the outskirts of Lagos when they did the general auditions. So I was like, oh, not too bad, but you know, anyways, if it's mine, I will get it. Exactly. If I don't get it, then it's mine. Exactly. That's always been my principle. And then at some point, like weeks after the initial auditions, I got an email. I was actually having a conversation with someone who got a call back, and I was asking her how it went, and she was like, oh, it went very well. You know, they're like, going to be like, how many steps? I'm like, oh, okay, fine, perfect. I'm like, I just wished her, you know, all the best and everything. And then like days later, I got an email inviting me to read. Oh, wow. And I'm like, oh, Coco, that's one of the lead characters. How come they're still, I'm like, okay, great, yay. So I took the sides and I worked on it and, you know, everything. Just did my homework and I went for it. And I honestly did not expect that I was going to get it. I didn't see it coming at all. I can't explain it, because at the point I did the audition, like weeks after, you know, they had auditioned so many other people. It just comes back to it. When you work hard, God sees you.
Definitely.
You know,
Most
He
definitely.
sees hard work and, you know, intentions and everything. That's the only thing. It's just, it's God, really. It's not by just talent. Yeah, talent is a part of it, but it's God's grace. God's grace. And it's just a production I'm so grateful to God that I was able to be a part of, because I got to work with like amazing people. I mean, RMD, which I said that, like, you know, so so that's a very, very good one.
I absolutely love that. Now, you know, I always feel that, because I've interviewed many Nollywood actors and actresses. I mean, top actors and actresses here on this platform and other platforms as well. And the thing that I always ask is this, and I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
What would you say are the things that can be should I say, improved in Nollywood or Gollywood to make it more impactful?
Okay, the issue with, or one of the issues I see with Nollywood is the lack of structure. There is no structure per se. We have different guilds, you know, that are supposed to be the Actors Guild, there's the Producers Guild, the Directors Guild. They've not, I don't think that these guilds have, you know, grown with time, you know, because there's so many actors today that don't even know what AGN is, you know, and we don't have a like there is no, but to be fair, the industry is not where it used to be.
True. Very true.
4 or 5 years ago.
Very
We've come a
true.
long way, and I
Yes.
think there's still room for growth. I mean, we're still evolving, but I'm just, you know, as an actor, I'm going to talk about the part that affects the actor. I
Yes.
just wish that, you know, there is a platform or a forum that the actor can actually go to. There's a voice that speaks for the actor. And then generally, I look forward to a point where we have a system in place where producers, you know, are able to have access to funds, because that's one of our biggest challenges. Yes, so that for producers in general, and then for actors, just a voice, a body that can speak for the actors, a body that can defend the actors, because right now it looks like there's none.
Of course. Now, you know, again, just moving on from that, I know that in the UK here and in the United States, where I'm from, I know that the government and local bodies and local authorities like put a lot of money into entertainment industry. In the UK, the government puts billions, if not millions, into improving the arts, into music, into acting, especially because those are major things that people know the UK for. What is the Nigerian government doing anything about that? And are they tackling piracy? Because I know that that's a huge issue.
Yes, it's still a problem. It's still a problem. But the last government, yes, they set up a body, you know, to I don't recall exactly how much, but they pumped quite, you know, some money into the industry to help, and it did help. It's part of the reason why we are where we are today. But I feel like a lot more can be done. There is a lot more, because the industry is growing at an alarming rate. You know, there's a lot more can be done. They can afford to put a lot more, and especially because the industry generates so much revenue, and it's one of the biggest, you know, employers of labor.
Definitely.
You know, so it's not an industry to be ignored.
Most definitely.
It's an industry to be taken seriously, and I just wish that this present government would take it, you know, would give it the attention and focus that it deserves.
Definitely.
Yeah, and the issue of piracy, there's still, but today we have cinema chains where, you know, they're different. So there are other, like, alternatives. I wouldn't say, you know, I don't know if anything is being done right now to curb piracy, but there are alternatives. You know, back in the day, it used to be straight to DVDs.
Definitely.
And then once you make your movies are out on DVDs, it's easy for them to pirate.
True.
Today, it takes longer because your movie goes through, you know, the cinema and then all different releases before you finally come to DVDs. So that kind of cushions the effect a bit, but the problem is still there.
Definitely. Now, of course, you know, because I love Nollywood. As I mentioned, I absolutely love Nollywood, and again, how far it's come, because I remember watching movies about, as you mentioned, more than 5 years ago, and I used to just be like, no way, what is going on here? You'd see like a hand, you know, you'd see people taking 5 hours to die in the scene, and this is how they'd be dying. They'd be like, okay. And they'll be dying forever. You know what I mean? But
That's where we've grown.
Yes,
we've
things
grown
have
so
gotten
much.
so much better. You know, so definitely, I think the top three: it's Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood.
Yes, girl!
That's
High
how
five
it
to
is.
that.
Yes, definitely. So, are there any plans for you to join the top 2 at any point?
Well, I mean, never say never. But right now, I think my focus is in Africa.
Yeah.
I want to be a Pan-African actor, not just a Nollywood actor. And then maybe, I mean, I'm not saying if Hollywood comes calling, hey,
Yes. Well,
I'll be more than happy.
You have the face, you
Thank
have
you.
the personality, and you have the
Thank you.
likability factor. And you also, you know, for people that don't know, this young lady here is not just a pretty face, she is also very, very intelligent. And, you know, you have a lot of credentials behind you. But one credential that I absolutely love is the fact that you're multilingual. Oh my goodness. I love languages. Like I speak several myself because I've lived in a few different countries. So when I saw that you speak French, if I'm remembering correctly, you speak Spanish.
I understand.
I understand. You comprehend Spanish. Yoruba.
I speak Yoruba, yes.
What else do you speak?
Idoma, obviously.
Yes, your native language, yeah.
Hausa, yeah.
Wow.
The thing is, I don't even take it seriously because, like, my dad is, when it comes to, you know, languages is someone I look up to because he speaks like 9 different languages fluently.
Wow.
Yes, fluently.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, so I look at him like, oh gosh, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And I love languages as well. I love languages.
So have you had the opportunity to use them in your
yes.
any of your acting?
Yes. French I have used and actually have a few offers from some French-speaking countries.
Excellent.
Sometime this year. So I'm looking forward to it.
So you never know. We might have to have subtitles.
I know, right?
You know. So before we go and as we start to round up, what would you say has been the highlight so far of your career? You know, if you had one defining moment, what would it be so far?
I think this AMVCA nomination, I think, to be honest, because like I said, like in the same category as this amazing actresses, people I used to I still look up to them because these ladies are amazingly talented. So it has to be that. Work-wise, it would be a couple of productions this year. You know, Hush, definitely. And then the movie I have coming out, Goza, which addresses a subject matter after my heart, girl-child education in Africa.
Yes, definitely.
And the issue of insurgency and all of that. And it's I'm from the Middle Belt, North Central Nigeria. And it's an issue I'm aware of. And to be able to tell a story, you know, that kind of story. So for me, it's like it was ordained. Like this, it was just, I get too excited talking about it.
I can sense the excitement.
So I'm like, God, thank you that I got to be able to tell. You know, I was chosen to tell the story. So work-wise, yes, definitely Goza, a movie coming out sometime this year. And then AMVCA nomination. Yeah.
Where were you when you when you found out you'd been nominated?
I was shooting.
Yes. Were you like were you talking on the phone or were you chilling?
Okay, this is the story. So I was on the set. Goza set actually. We were shooting in Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria. And then it's some village, like some remote village. And then we're just shouting. We heard somebody got a nomination and we're shouting, we're excited. I'm like, oh, awesome, you know. And then I picked my phone after the excitement and I saw a message that, oh, congrats on your nomination. I was like, oh, it's not that. I'm like, oh, it's not me. It's so and so. Because I thought she was talking about the nomination we're rejoicing about. Maybe she just heard and she thought it was me. And I said, oh, no, sorry, it's not me. She said, no, Meg. I said, huh? I said, it's not me. I don't have any movie that was entered for the awards. She's like, Derailed. And I said, what?
It's you!
I'm like, what? And then people started screaming and I was just like,
I love it.
How? Derailed how? Because it's a very small budget movie that you wouldn't even expect. I didn't even know it was entered. Wow. So it just came from nowhere. And for like 5 minutes, I was just there. I'm like, okay.
Well, at least you didn't faint.
No, I didn't. I didn't. But trust me, I was in shock. I'm still in shock. I think about it. I'm like, God, wow, thank you.
How can we vote?
Oh, WeChat. Oh, please,
You know
guys.
what? Let me. I know I'm not allowed to be voting on air, but let's vote right
Oh
now.
my God,
How do we
yes.
vote?
Please, you have to
I have to
download.
download
Yes,
something. Oh,
WeChat, or if you're already on
WeChat.
WeChat.
No, I'm not on WeChat. Hold on. Let me
Please.
download. Okay, so as I'm doing it, you can do it at home.
Please,
We're
guys.
downloading WeChat.
Yes.
Okay.
So download WeChat.
Okay.
Yes, and then you search African Magic TV, and you see AMVCA 2017. You click on it. You will get a code, a verification code. You enter the code, and you'll be able to vote. So you look for Best Actress in a movie, in Best Actress in Drama / TV series, Meg Otanwa for Derailed. Guys, get voting. I'm counting on you.
I'm gonna have to do this during the break because
Yes, please.
this is not letting me do it. They're trying to stop my voting, but it's not gonna work.
But guys,
I definitely will be voting for Meg. Now, as we can see, we have a little image of you with how people can vote, and you know, I think it is phenomenal that you are so hardworking, that you are so focused on where you want to be. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
For me, really, I believe that we're here for a higher purpose. I believe that I'm here on earth, not just for me, but to serve.
Definitely.
So that's how I try to live my life. Like, what can I do today? What can I do to impact my world? You know, not just about personal stuff. No, it's always about what can I do. So in future, I see myself, or I would like to be in a position where right now I believe that in my own little way, I can influence people, I can impact people, but I want to be able to do that on a larger scale. Definitely. You know, where little girls in different places, even in remote villages, hear about my name and my story, and they're motivated, and they know that they want to do it. They want to grow up to be somebody. They want to impact the world around them. Because if one girl from one village believes that she can do that, and she goes ahead to do it, she's impacting her own community. Definitely. You know, and then if she impacts one girl, and that girl impacts another girl, you know. So I just want to be at that place where I'm able to positively influence people with my work and my existence. Yeah.
Well, Meg, whether you know it or not, you are already a role model, a positive role model, should I add. And I believe that the sky is definitely the limit.
Thank you so much.
I know that we are yet to see the level of greatness that you are yet to achieve. You know, it's only the beginning, you know. and I know in a lot of people's eyes, they might be like, oh my God, you know, she's so experienced, she's so established. But I know that there's so much more. There's much more.
Thank you.
Much more. And I wish you all the best in the awards. And I definitely will be downloading this app that's trying to stop me from voting. But it's not going to happen. I will be voting today for you. But before you go, please let the viewers know how they can follow you or stalk you, you know, on social media and get in touch.
Okay, guys, you can follow me on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram at Meg Otanwa. MEGOTANWA at Meg Otanwa is one word.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
And wish you all the best. And I'll be seeing you very, very soon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So we're going to go for a very quick break after being joined by the beautiful and multilingual and intelligent Meg Otanwa. Please get voting and don't go anywhere. It is still the Ben Breakfast Show, and after the break we will be having Caribbean news with Lavina Brown.